Are we doing this thing? Okay, what you're going to get first is a really big sigh. It goes kind of like this. That wasn't actually all that big. Let me try again this. You got to breathe into your diaphragm. That was better. That was better. I am Jen Frankel. This is Right On Right Now. I am experiencing a prolonged experience of depression, which is so much fun. Oh yeah. Anyone else? Anyone else in the audience? Excellent. Lots of empathy for you up here. I've been going off a medication in order to go on another medication. A medication that I wasn't sure was working, but thought probably wasn't, to a medication that worked for me once and then stopped working and put me in hospital. So I'm necessarily possibly a little bit trepidatious these days. It's going to take me 6 weeks to find out if I'm going to put myself back in the hospital. Just there's something less than appealing about that. There's something just less than exhilarating about the concept of deliberately putting chemicals into your body in the hope of making things better, but with the full potential of doing things that are worse. That said, I'm on my feet today, and I'm really happy to be here, and I'm excited to see everybody else here. Hello, everybody. Full disclosure, my psychiatrist, the first psychiatrist I had that actually treated me for depression instead of telling me that I might just be lazy. That's why you don't stay with your GP from childhood. The first psychiatrist I had, who was a really decent guy, he told me that I was the happiest depressed person he knew. And see, this is why I kind of worry about psychiatrists who see you in a reactive state when you're smiling and laughing and talking to them, because you're really overcompensating heavily, and they don't really understand that that's, like, the psychiatrist of all people should understand that that's something that we do. I get through things really, really super well. I'm really good at getting through. I'm not really good at being involved in things or committing to things, but if you put me in a situation where I'm doing something, I will get through like a total champ. I had an open mic last night on the other side of town. You're all welcome to come out to that too, because one open mic a month just isn't enough for everybody. It isn't enough for me. So I do Rhyme, Rhythm, and Reason at Laidlaw United Church on Ottawa Street. So last night I was actually telling a story. One of the women had told a story about getting punched in the nose, which reminded me of my own getting my nose smacked story. And I'm just going to tell you that today because I kind of enjoyed telling it. The masochist in me comes out. So it was grade 8, and there was a boy whose name I'm pretty sure was Richard. And I'm pretty sure there were 2 Richards in our class, and neither of them went by Rick or Dick. They were both Richards, just to make things confusing. There were also 5 Jennifers in my class, which is about par for the course, I think, for the 1970s and 80s. So Richard liked me, and because he liked me, he decided he would throw a snowball in my face. I kind of understand the impulse. I mean, it's not totally out of the bounds of probability that if you like someone, then you're going to do something to get their attention, even if that something is not perhaps the smartest thing to do to get their attention. The problem was that he decided to make a snowball and wait for me outside after school. And I didn't come out right after school. I came out a little bit later, just long enough for that snowball to have melted in his hand and then reformed as a very nice ice ball. So when I did come out of the school and Richard threw the snowball at me, I ended up with a bloody nose, and Richard ran away. I felt so bad for him. But the whole situation just seemed ridiculous and humorful, not humor. I was going to say humorless, and then I realized that wasn't. I wanted the opposite of that word, so I've now coined the term humorful. I just thought it was the funniest thing ever. So when the vice principal came to comfort me, I couldn't stop laughing, and the more he tried to comfort me and wipe my nose and stop me from bleeding all over everything, the funnier I thought it was. And he definitely thought I was hysterical. And every time he made those funny little noises and like he was terrified. Basically, he's got this like 13-year-old girl crying in his office, and she's not crying at all. She's actually laughing. And every time he thinks that she's crying or that she's hysterical, she just finds it even funnier. So that's basically my memory of the one time in my life that I had my nose smacked hard enough that I had a bloody nose out of it. Was Richard, the snowball that turned into an ice ball, and realizing that adults don't have any ability whatsoever to deal with a hysterical child, and even less to deal with one who was perverse enough that she just thought the whole thing was hysterically funny, not hysterical. Anyhow, that's the closest I want to be to snow these days. I'm very happy that we've got warm weather finally. Today was a beautiful day. And I'm really excited to bring up our first performer for the evening. This open mic is kind of, I like to say that it's dedicated to the notion that we all have creativity to share, and that it's really important to get that creativity up in front of other people. Sharing creativity is one of the greatest parts about being a human being. Is it KJ? I was thinking MJ, and then it's like, no, I know I saw that Spider-Man trailer, but I know for sure that it's got nothing to do with it. Please join me in welcoming MJ. KJ, I did it again. Please join me in welcoming KJ. Do you think you'd like to sit or stand to?
I think I will stand.
Okay.
However, can I get on the stage?
If you cannot get on the stage, I can bring this down and you can do it from the flat.
No, I can do it.
Oh, you're good.
This knee is really bad. I have a funny story as well about a bloody nose. It happened today.
It's like these stories about getting hurt.
I only have 5 minutes. But I have a lot. Okay, so, yes. Funny story. This is my first time coming. I've heard about this event a couple of months ago, but I live in Brantford, so it's kind of a far trek for me. Thank you. And I also don't drive, so it's like Uber, take the go bus. But yes, but I was really determined to come out to this. And so determined, in fact, that when I was walking from my hotel, a gust of wind blew my hat off, and it was about to go into the road, and I was so concerned because I love this hat very, very much, and I didn't want it to get run over by a car. So I ran after it, as one does, and I had a purse with me, so I threw the purse, hoping that it would block the path of the hat or crush the hat, make it stop moving. But throwing it threw off my balance. I tore my ACL in South Korea tripping over a rock on a mountain climb. That's a whole other story. So this knee is already terrible, but I fell face first onto the sidewalk, bloody nose, torn up hand, and really did a number on both of my knees. But I'm here because I too go through things like a champ. I fell out of a tree in 7th grade and broke my left leg and walked all the way up the hill to our house because I didn't realize it was broken. But anyway, it hurt like the dickens, and I was upset about missing 4 weeks of school because I am a keener. Anyway, so the actual start of my set, I'm going to do a little bit of stand-up for you if that wasn't obvious. All right, so according to a 2024 survey, 1/3 of Canadians have tattoos. And I found this statistic very shocking because, as I mentioned, I was living in South Korea for 8.5 years, where having a tattoo basically means that you're in the mafia. So raise your hands if you have a tattoo. Okay, and keep them up if you admit to being in the mafia. All right, okay, some brave souls tonight. I see you. Okay, according to that same survey, millennials are the generation that is most likely to have tattoos. 51% of millennials have a tattoo. Now, raise your hand if you admit to being a millennial. And you have a tattoo, all right. So, I guess, sorry, are you millennials? No, okay. So, of the people in this space, there are 2 millennials, and only one of them has a tattoo. But I promise if there was a third, that other person would probably have a tattoo.
I'm 75 and I have a tattoo.
Okay, yes. Gen Xers, I think, were like the next down from millennials. So I'm a proud elder millennial, but I do not have a tattoo, as if I need another minority group to be a part of. And I've thought about it a lot, but I can't think of anything that I'm passionate enough about that I would want to sit for hours while someone pokes me with tiny needles, and that would be on my body forever. Like, I have a bunch of kinks. Needle pain is not one of them. So, not my thing, but there are things on my body that I cannot wait to get rid of. I'm having top surgery in July. Thank you, yes, it's been a long time coming. And my surgeon actually asked me what I wanted done with my nipples after the surgery, because like they take them off and they're off on a table and then they put them back on. And I had a breast reduction 13 years ago, so like, I'm big still, but I was bigger then. They took 10 pounds, and that was not enough. Clearly, if I wasn't this top heavy, maybe I wouldn't have fallen over tonight. But yeah, think about this. Every cup size is the equivalent of 10 pounds. So when I told my mom I was gonna be losing 30 pounds, she was really excited. And then I told her how, and she wasn't as excited. But anyway, we soldier on. So yes, what do I want done with my nipples? I had a reduction. I can't feel anything in them. I was just like, I don't need them anymore. Just toss them. You don't need to have them reattached. But I was researching, and I found that there is a rising popularity in having realistic-looking nipple tattoos post-top surgery. And suddenly, I do have something that I'm passionate enough about to have permanently inked on my body. And if I'm very lucky, I won't feel a thing. And if I'm not lucky, I'll still be part of the Rainbow Mafia. Thank you, that is my time. You were wonderful. Thank you for this warm welcome. I hope to come back again.
Okay, we have, give it up again for KJ, whose name I've finally gotten right. KJ, I've got it now. I'll have it forever. Thank you so much for that. That was absolutely charming. And congratulations on your surgery date. That's pretty exciting stuff. I have only broken one full bone in my body, rock hopping, so I feel you for the doing something that doesn't seem like you should be breaking. Oh no, sorry, I'm lying. I broke my thumb dancing. It sort of was about dancing on a concrete path, and one toe just kind of slipping in behind the other foot and catching myself really cleverly with my thumb. But that's actually the only reason that I've ever had a tattoo in my life, because the surgeon's marker left one little bright blue dot underneath my skin and I had it for probably a good 15 years before it finally went away. But yeah, that was my tattoo. Like, nothing to do with Friends. I guess there's a Friends episode where one of them gets a single dot for a tattoo. Is it? Yeah, I don't know enough about Friends. No, sorry, I know way too much about Friends. But knowing anything about Friends is knowing more about Friends than I want to know about Friends. Yeah. That's what I meant. I just don't understand how any of those people were friends. That's my main problem with it. I forgot to mention that we're kind of trying to aim for maybe the 5 to 7 minute mark. If you want to go a little bit over, that's fine. If you do get to like 7 minutes or something, I'm going to put on a yellow light at the back. And then if you go to 10 minutes, I will put on a red light. And if you still stay up there, I will start doing this and being really, 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 really annoying about it. If you go much past 10 minutes, I will also make you a paper airplane and throw it at your face. It's not a value add for you, believe me. I make them with a front end that's a little bit weighted so that it goes nice and direct. It hurts. It'll hurt. Yeah. It'll break your nose. Yeah, I actually keep them in the freezer until ready to go. I soak them in water and then I freeze them. Yes. Yes, please join me in welcoming our next reader for the night. Now I've forgotten who it is, except I do know it's Brian. Please join me in welcoming Brian to the stage. And if you would like to sign up and still haven't, the book is over by the George, I think.
This is the George.
George is, there's actually two of them. He spells it with two of them, but there's only one. Thanks, Jim. Yeah. Here we are, and the lights are all on backwards. Yeah. Anyways, I'm Brian Ropesian, aka the Eloquent Clown. I'm here to share with you some poems from my second book, Many Words Make a Book. This is back in '93. A number of them have been published abroad, one of them including page one I like to read from one of my 2 copies from Kairos at Mohawk College. And a big thumbs up and salute and kudos and judos to Robert Megan and Royston Tester for not giving me $500 for the Board of Governors Award, which I could have used on probably weed and groceries and rent being a student. I didn't get that, but however, I did get page 1. 10 o'clock, he calls me and I granted permission. He changed nothing. He didn't change layout, didn't change a word but my last name. So I'm Brian Ropeen in Kairos. I'm Brian Ropesian everywhere else, Rupchin. And on my new cover, because I'm an organic writer and artist, my cover kind of wipes out my C again. So I guess literally I should be Ropeen. So I'll go with that. Thanks. And I'll start with a ditty from my title of 2023, Many Mouthful of Marbles, Juggling the Eloquent Clown. So there'll be a quiz. I wonder who that is, or maybe. And it's a ditty I call Psychologic All Profiling. I've done this before. Freud was not Jung when both doctors met. However, Jung was a Freud of all the complex projections. Edward de Bono, with all his lateral thoughts, on Hugh Prather writing notes to himself about Otto Rank, who shouldn't feel inferior because he ranks high up there with Stanley Milgram, morally speaking. Pavlov is salivating to ring his bell so that Jean Piaget can play peekaboo with the kids that B.F. Skinner had left in his box. Sorry you're drinking. I'll try not to make you laugh. There's a test on Friday. Oh, wait a minute, it is Friday. Stop drinking. Anyways, that B.F. Skinner had left in his box. It's humor, it's poetry, it's life. Thanks. It's not over yet. Don't clap. Don't even clap. You won't even clap when it's over. But anyways, B.F. Skinner left in his box along with Harry Harlow's monkeys. Phineas Gage prefers his punches not be spiked, especially when the world Canadian Wilder Penfield arrives with a toast, albeit a little burnt. And then R.D. Lang just arrives with absolutely no labels to adorn his lab coat. Good job I recognized him from a Rorschach test. What's his name now? Man, I wrote this damn stuff just like I said it. The guy Maslow will not make it, as he is at the top of his high R key. And also Kant, I told him he can't because he has no knowledge of such matters, philosophically speaking. So a little primer, it's probably too late, judging the demographic and for your Psych 101 test, but never too late for humor, life, poetry, and being in the moment. So now I'm going to carry on with stop talking and get the fucking work done. Anyways, thank you. You're too kind. I have no money to pay. You're too kind. Just like Leonard Cohen, I have no money. I murdered the pharmacist. The first one I'd like to read is Remote Control. This is, again, thanks to Robert Meegans and Royston Tester. I'm sure they're retired now. You know them?
Robert Meegans.
Oh, isn't he? Well, I have to send them a copy. Thank you so much for coming. We're going to have to talk soon because I talk too much. But anyways, here I am, page 1, Brian Ropine. It took a friend to realize, to point it out, that I spelled my name wrong. When I got on the bus, when I picked up my 2 copies, I had tears in my eyes. They didn't change a fucking thing, but 2 weeks later, they changed my last name. I call it remote control. Watching TV, it's one of those things. I'm not arrogant or whatever. It happens, and I'm gifted, and I'm grateful, and thank you. Watching TV. Remote control. Archetypes at the push of a button. At the speed of light from that box on the floor. Commercials, selling, more commercials. To pay the price, we pay the price. Cable, then VCR, now satellites. A sounding board for all the world to see, hear, have, and want at the same time. Being everything, everywhere, every time. At the same time, really nothing. If we can't lend our own voice to the light, the silence will blind us. And that's from 93, Kairos, number 3, first year they went to perfect bind. Now quickly move it along here. Here we go. Enough of the props already. I mean my props. Okay, here we'll go with a ditty here. I call it insecticide. These flies never eat, and I never see them sleep. All they do is fly. Is it their innocence? Is it their freedom? Or is it just they're too easy to kill? Insecticide. You say it fast, say it slow. Don't kill them because you can. Someone can kill you for the same reason. Next, I want to go to, where are we here? Quickly, sorry here. Bodily fluids. This is March 19th of 93. A lot of promiscuous stuff and a lot of funky shit going on. So I call it bodily fluids. What could bring life could now also death. The beauty and the beast, wrapped in plastic, breathe as one in union and or feast. Both are summoned to their knees by the beauty of the beast. Some like mice within a cage with both hands on the lever, drop like flies among the cries of ecstasy and pleasure, while countless others' innocence is threatened by denial. River flows, with it goes the chance for a fair trial. Lustful lies and reasons why to count at night like sheep, with another day to stay at home and weep, or live your life while you still can, growing stronger with each breath, as tomorrow finds us one more day, even closer to our death, in the very presence of the beauty and the beast. That's bodily fluids from March 19th, 93. I date everything because it's important to me. It may not be to you. Thank you. Another quick ditty, if anything at all. This was written after a lucid dream, I'd say nightmare, and I call it If Anything at All. I know who I am and where I am, if only in that moment. I seldom know who I'm with or why. Fast asleep, the bullets fly around me like swarms of bees, only much quicker. And with contempt, I run for my life. Now before the bullets hit me, or so it seems, I threaten to write it all down. Now when this poem is eventually written, and the reasons for one's death is ultimately revealed, like one's piece of art, taking one's lifetime to create, and one or another's to destroy, then the sounding of the alarm, the smell of morning coffee, the birds, the sky, and the wind will wake once more to a new day. Only in the stead of my presence shall remain this simple gift, if anything at all. Thank you. I'm Brian Ropeson. Can I get one more in? Okay, quick. Sorry, I know. Could Mozart really play Sky Dome with all its steel, plastic, cement, and glass if he was still alive? Sofa Sonata. Monk at any speed. It's still Monk, just twice and half as much. Thanks to Wayne and Kelly, that's Broken Turntable of 93 from the book. And in a heartbeat it begins, in a heartbeat it will end. What more is there? Enjoy yourselves. Thanks for coming out. Support a wonderful place. Thanks, Jen. Thanks, Jake. Thanks, George. Thanks all the wonderful people that stopped by here. The best kept secret in Hamilton, the Center for Talking Arts. The lights are all on backwards. Can be found on the Proletariat's pension plan. That you so desire. Grade 8 education, proud of it. Here's the picture of the Transformer of Poland. Alexander Herzen. I didn't know.
Another round of applause for Brian. Hey, Brian. You ready to move on? Cool. Please join me in welcoming our next performer for the evening. It's George.
Yoel's trying to be funny. Doesn't happen for him in the Thursday open mic. So he's trying. How are you guys? Good. I have no story to tell, literally nothing. And I'm texting my wife and I'm panicking. And I told her, help, what can I talk about? And my wife, because she's very smart, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. So she responds to me and she goes, it's the attitude with which she answers that pisses me off. It's not what she says per se, right? Because she texted me one word, but the way she texted it kind of felt like she just did like, got you covered, bro, And do you know what she answered? I said, what should I talk about? She goes, Hamilton. So what, like fentanyl death? Like what do you want me to talk about, woman? Like, that's my wife's suggestions to me. We've been friends for 14 years, me and her, married for 12. This following story is meaningful to me because it starts with her, and it's not about her. But it's the fact that when I met my wife, I was way fatter than I was now. I was like 200 pounds above my current weight. Yes, and I was more of an asshole. So that combo didn't work, because I didn't have any sort of looks where I can go, it's okay, right? You don't get upset at me. No. So I was like a fucking disgusting asshole who looks like somebody you want to kill, just for the fucking fun of it. So I met her. For some reason, she fell in love. Questionable, but we're talking to a psychiatrist. And we met, and I met her family. Now, of course, in front of her parents, I put on a filter because it's not that I put on a filter trying to deceive them. It's just sometimes if you show too much right away, people can misjudge you, right? And I tend to come off a bit of everything bad, you name it, racist, but I'm not. That's the fun part to me, is that I'm none of those things. But my sudden, when I meet you, for example, and we're talking, the first 2 minutes, I download onto you a packet of data that is so diverse, so heavy, that you think, oh, is he a Nazi, racist, self-hating, Nazi Jew? You wouldn't know what I am, right? So I come off intense. But with her sister, I couldn't put on that filter because her sister is my age. So I kind of was like myself, right? Oh, I don't care. I'll just speak like this. So her sister, understandably, never liked me. And I used to think, because, we never tend to look at ourselves and go, well, true, you should never be apologetic about who you are. But also, Louis C.K. said it, and I love it. He said, self-love is very important, but what is more important is self-awareness. So you could accept who you are. I accepted that I'm an asshole, but I should also accept that maybe people not wanting to interact with me was partially my will. I wouldn't call it my fault, but that's what I willed by being that version, even if it's unapologetic. So she didn't like me. So I didn't try anymore, right? And something happened where I think it was something that never really, she misrepresented something, not out of malicious intent, and I even said that at the time, and we were able to verify it immediately. So my wife had the clash with her sister, and this is very private, but it makes sense why I'm saying it. And I told my wife then and there, I refuse, this is how you'll know I'm such a great guy. And I told my wife, I will not be the guy who comes in between someone and her sister. So if it means I'm the sacrificial lamb, I'll take it. But I don't want your sister to be the sacrificial lamb. So that's how, this is my code of ethics my parents gave me. It's not really something I was doing to be a good man. No, it's how my parents raised me, right? Speak your truth, and then bear the consequences. There's no escaping the consequences. You can layer it, mask it, put obstacles in between you and them, but the consequences will always find you. You're the perpetrator, right? Like Jeffrey Epstein. Intense example for what I'm sharing, I know, but true. Like justice found him one way or another, right? Some might say it's too brutal. Somebody killing themselves. No, but that's his form of justice. It found him. Not enough, but some form of justice found him. So I never want to be that guy. I never want to be somebody who breaks up someone. So anyway, that happened. We made peace eventually. We both grew up. You know, we were both like mid-20s, heated, like, you know, personalities. So we got over it. And with the years, as I grew up and their family grew up, her sister's family grew up, I started developing a family affection. Like I needed those people to be in my center. I needed them to be part of my core family. I needed them to be people I can go to or they can come to when they need something. I started caring about them on a deeper level, even though I was friends with her husband before they became an item. But it's just all of a sudden, I think it was the birth of their eldest daughter, Victoria, who just took my heart away. So I kind of built this rapport with them. And when I started being more accountable to myself and understanding myself and understanding the layers of, hey, maybe this what I'm calling, this is a protective layer because fuck people, they don't understand me. No, maybe it's time you say, no, I'm making the choice of have people see me this way because I don't want to show them the real layer underneath. Accept that. It's okay. But when I started doing that, it's like I'm more open, more transparent. People can see through me. And this is something I don't take lightly, not from a religious standpoint, because that stuff doesn't mean to me much. But they just asked me to be the godfather of their second daughter. She did. And ever since they told me that news, it's like my view of myself changed. It's because I felt I'm seen for who I am purely, like with my flaws, but they see what's the reason behind the flaws. It's not something malicious. And to trust me with something so intense to them, in their perspective, as to be the mental, spiritual guide for their youngest daughter is something that shook me to my core. And till this day, I still don't believe it. And what makes it even more special is when they said it, I kind of felt like, oh yeah, it makes sense. It's because I love them to death. And this is maybe a long overdue I love you guys to my sister-in-law and her husband. And I like to take take initiative all the time. And it's just for my own happiness. And I love them so much. And what is even more special today, that it's my goddaughter's birthday. So this is her first year on this earth. Her name is Serena. She's gorgeous, and she's my angel. And I just want to thank my sister-in-law and her husband for giving me this opportunity. And I hope my goddaughter could look back at this video and understand that, hey, it's not all my fault, but I tried. Thank you, guys.
Give it up again for George.
You found something to say. That was pretty wonderful. I always wonder if there's going to be a theme creeping into the evening. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Top surgery? No. Could be. Could be. Or evenings early still. Evenings early. Testimonials. Tattoos. Yeah. Families. Please. Please join me in welcoming our next performer for the evening, Brandy. You gonna stand or sit or?
I'm gonna stand.
Okay, and you're knocked out, right?
Cut my audio. Thank you.
You can do both, don't commit yourself.
We'll see.
Be free.
We'll see. All right. Possibly. There was tattoos in her too, though. Tattoos, step tattoos. Give it up again for Brandy.
And please join me in welcoming our next reader who's also come from out of town. This is Jeff.
Look, up in the sky! No, not the sky. In the coffee shop, sitting at the corner table, alone, scrolling down his cell phone, with 2 days' growth of beard and a milk stain on his pants. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Is it a dog? Is it a waffle iron? Is it a shoe? No, it's Adequate Man. Adequate Man! Faster than a speeding hamster, more powerful than a toddler, able to leap over a tall noodle in a single bound. Adequate Man, when trouble rears its head, does he ignore it? No! He stays home and reads about it on the internet. When faced with injustice, does he lie down? No! He sits and tells others on social media to do something. When people are needy, does he neglect them? No! He donates $5 to the cause if it's tax deductible. When trash needs to be taken out, when dishes need to be dried, when the dog needs to be walked, he does it. Whatever the crisis, whatever the threat, citizens know they can count on him for the bare minimum. Tremble before the powers of Adequate Man. His 20/20 vision, his average physical strength, his ability to melt steel with the help of welding equipment, his bachelor's degree in environmental studies, his office data entry job, the force of which has allowed him to pay off part of his student loan, his capability of viewing an entire Netflix series in one binge, his gift for devouring 6 pizza slices in one meal. Watch Adequate Man and you will believe a man can fly, provided that he makes the airport gate on time. Adequate Man and his loyal sidekick, Drinking Buddy. What a duo. Together they rid the world of craft beer and chicken wings while they bravely watch hockey and basketball on the pub TV. When Adequate Man battles against a tough trivia question, who steps in with the right answer every time? Drinking Buddy. And when Adequate Man faces another lonely Saturday evening, whom does he call on for help? Drinking Buddy, of course. With Drinking Buddy 6-packs and Xbox games, both of them team up to save the night once more. Feel the wrath of the mortal enemies of Adequate Man. The landlord who keeps reminding him the rent is late. The neighborhood tabby cat that triggers his allergies. The cute, perky ex who just wants to be friends now. The messy, filthy apartment that still refuses to clean itself. And his ultimate nemesis, the Joker. Specifically, his old high school acquaintance, Bob, who now works in upper management at the same company. Still working in data entry, Adequate Man? Don't let the high stress get to you. Oh, the laughter, the crazed, mocking laughter. One day, Bob, you will get yours. And so, citizens, the next time you need a hero who can help you rake your leaves, or give you a lift to the airport, or take money at the door at your next poetry event, you know whom to look for. Look, over there, smoking behind the 7-Eleven. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Is it a no smoking sign on a plane? Is it a fidget spinner? Is it a chocolate teapot? Is it a ladle? Is it a bidet? Is it a jack-in-the-box? Is it a designer purse? Is it a tea cozy? Is it a tooth grill? Is it a toast rack? Is it an egg slicer? Is it a mattress tag that reads "Do not remove"? No, it's Adequate Man, the quintessential hero of our times. Thank you. That was called Adequate Man. You probably figured that one out. And for a second one, I'm still working on memorizing this one, so it's not quite there yet, I don't think, so I'm going to keep the paper just to be safe. This one's called Lazy Book Reports. The best part in Mary Shelley's Frankenstein is when the monster cries, "I am Frankenstein!" And then he goes and kills and eats everybody because he's pure evil. The best part in Bram Stoker's Dracula is when the vampire says, "Blah, blah, blah, I want to suck your blood." And then he goes and sparkles all over the place and counts everything he sees. The best part in Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice is when the mother says to the daughter, "Rich men always want to get married." And then the daughter goes and marries that guy because he's so rich and handsome. The best part in William Shakespeare's Hamlet is when the prince holds up the skull and proclaims, "To be or not to be." And then he goes and gets shit done because he's a badass who gets results. The best part in T.S. Eliot's The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock is when the guy sings his beautiful love song and all the women come and go and he just can't get away from him because he's a hot stud full of mojo. The best part in Bernard Shaw's Man and Superman is when Superman swoops down and saves the man from General Zod. And then everybody cheers because it's so exciting. No talk, all heart-stopping action. The best part in Kurt Vonnegut's Slaughterhouse 5 is that awesome callback to Slaughterhouse 3, which was the best one in the series because it had all those cool battle scenes and heroes who kick ass and say, "That's the way it goes." The best part in Tennessee Williams' A Streetcar Named Desire is when the dude runs out and screams, "Stella! Stella! I love you, Stella!" And then she goes and gives him a smooch, and it's all so sweet and romantic. The best part in Charles Dickens' David Copperfield is when the man calls out to the crowd, "I am the hero of my own life." And then he goes and does more cool magic tricks, and all the orphans cheer and cry, "I want some more." The best part in William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet is when the girl stands on the balcony and calls, "Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo?" And then he goes and jumps out and says, "Here I am," and they live happily ever after forever. The best part in Bernard Shaw's Pygmalion is when the flower girl dances and sings, "The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain." And then she goes and falls in love with the professor because they're so perfect for each other. And the best part in Sesame Street's The Monster at the End of This Book is when the big scary monster eats Grover in the end. That was Lazy Book Reports. I think I knew that better than I thought I did. Thank you. Thank you. My name is Jeff. Thank you. My name is Jeff, and if you like what you heard, I have a novel. This is my second novel, Performance Reviews. It's kind of Office Space meets Taxi Driver. Very, very dark satire of workplace toxicity, and I have a few copies for sale if you're interested. And if you know anybody in the UK, I'm doing a few gigs over there first 2 weeks of June. So tell them. All right, thank you. I'm Jeff.
Another hand for Jeff.
That call out to people who are in the UK, that reminds me of traveling through Wales once on a bus. I don't know. Maybe all those times I've said no to going out for tapas, I was actually like just practicing self-preservation. little meals. Yeah. Little meze platters. Just owing so much to the Turks of the past, I didn't know. Thank you very much, Noelle. Please join me in welcoming our next reader for the evening. This is Adam.
Maybe I'll, like, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Well, I do have a tattoo. I'm going through a separation right now, unfortunately. But my tattoo I got on my honeymoon. Because my spouse got, like, it's from the movie Shrek. Yeah. So I don't know, maybe I won't have a tattoo one day, who knows. Yeah, maybe I could add the frog, right? But he has the frog, though. That was the whole point of the tattoo. Like, you know the movie Shrek? Where they have the balloons? No, you've never seen Shrek?
No. Did you lick the frog?
What?
No. Oh.
Well, I got some poems here that I've written. I got some ones that I've, like, rearranged a little bit. So I'll start with this one. Some of them I have names for, and I've kind of changed up my strategy with writing them a lot. So I'll start with this one. All it takes is just one day to change your life in a major way. You try to fight kicking and screaming, and then you realize you've just been dreaming. No matter what, you can't get away. At this point, you don't even have a say. So you try your best to take control, but nothing works, so you just take the toll. You suffer through thinking things will change until your life starts to rearrange. That's all I got for that one. I'm still writing. I'm writing some other ones too, so I got a lot of like. But I've like changed up my strategy because I kind of just used to like put random rhymes down, but I try to actually like make a point and like give them a name. So like this one I called Echoes of the Past. If all good things must come to an end, then why do we even try to pretend? Like taking a test when you know that you'll fail, or living the life of a French-dwelling snail. The echoes of the past linger around, but if you search, your soul is lost and found. You might find a memory that's long forgotten, or perhaps something that's equally rancid and rotten. Don't live in the past, or you won't get far, like riding a bike when you need a car. You can't move forward from the binding chains. The echoes of past come with their pains. Progress will sometimes feel very slow, but if you give up, then you'll never know what could happen or what's in store. So it's time to step up and start asking for more. Take control of the future right now. Work hard and wipe the sweat off your brow. Thank you. Yeah, and then also like the last time I was here, I'm trying to write like some novels and stories and stuff. I wrote like a lot about like philosophy, like if you remember the last time, and yeah, but I've also like, I'm not really much of a writer, I realize, because I've come up with this like idea where like I want to have like I think I have like an idea for a story, but I don't know how to like turn it into a story. I mean, I don't know if it's inherently like a religious thing necessarily. Like religion to me is more of like a personal journey anyways. Like I don't really like organized religion. I think everyone's on their own path, you know. Like I've heard from some people it's like we're all kind of, whether or not you believe in God, it's like we're all kind of going towards the same end goal, just we're all on different journeys, right? But like the sort of the plot, or I guess like the storyboard that I would want to write is I'd want to make something along the lines of like a person who spends their whole life devoted and dedicated to really believing that they can find the meaning of life. And throughout the story, you would have this person where they spend all of this time and they're so focused on finding the meaning of life that you could have like snippets. Like the story would be like the course of their life, and throughout their life it's like, you know, they have like a family, but you know, you see their family enjoying life and having a good time, but they're like locked away in some like, I don't know what you call those things where they have like the telescopes. Yeah, something like that. But like, just this person's locked away in there because they're so dedicated they can find the meaning of life. And but then at the end, when they die, they realize the meaning of life is to enjoy the life, and they look back and realize how much they missed out on, and then they can go back and like actually like go back, like they get a second chance to enjoy their life because they look back and they see all the different things that they missed out on because they were so focused on I can find the meaning of life. But I don't know if I had to actually turn that into a story. That's my problem. But I want to try to like write a story that would be the general kind of plot. I like it. Thank you. So this is another one that I wrote, and this is what I mean. Oh, sorry. Here, maybe I'll. This is another one that I wrote as well. Oh, jeez. This one, I call this one the leftover future. When you've reached the end of the line, looking back, if you knew this would be your time, would you change things and modify your goals, smooth out your past and fill in the holes? Or would you be happy with all the work done, knowing any moment your time could have come? Even if you left some things with untied knot, and the leftover future would be all that you got. You should be proud that despite time being fleeting, you kept your goals big and weathered the beating. While all the plot holes of eternity would leave you with uncertainty, it's better to always have goals to achieve, so when you're gone and on your final leave, you would have your leftover future. So I think, yeah, because I'm trying to actually like make more of a point for it, right? Because like I said before, I would just sort of like throw random, because I also want to experiment more with like writing poems that aren't rhyming, but I don't really know how to do that. Like, I guess it's just like a story at that point, though, is it not? Like, because I've always thought of poetry as like rhyming, but I don't really know. I don't know. I don't know what actually structures being a poem or not. Okay, so I'll read from this one a little bit, and then I have one more after that I'm sort of starting on. Life is so hard that you can't go it alone, but with the right support, you'll get in the zone. Your problems and worries will fizzle away, and things will keep proving every single day. Times are tough and things will be hard, but happiness is worth the reward. The lessons from life will be hard earned, but when you grow strong, you never get burned. Every new chapter you happen upon has so much potential to bring out a new dawn. The dawn of an era of what's to come. If you don't keep progressing, then things will feel numb. That's all I got for that one. And then this last one here that I'm sort of working on. Just because you lit the flame, it does not mean it's yours to claim. The trophy showcasing success and power. Its shiny coat fades with each passing hour. One day you'll forget where it began. By then, it'll be so far that you have ran. If you look back and try to untie the knot, you'll realize you might have lost the plot. That's about all I got for that one so far. It's still a bit of a work in progress because like I wanna try to figure out, like I said, like if there's a way to write poems where there isn't rhymes to it. I don't know. Yeah, but I don't know how, like, because there's like some kind of structure to it, right? No, I don't have anything else. Yeah? Okay. Yeah?
You sound like a bard.
Yeah? Okay, can I do one more then? And then, yeah, okay. All right, this is another one I've sort of, okay. Keep looking towards the better path. Always fight back against the wrath. Never forget how much you are loved. Oh wait, that's, okay, hang on. You'll stand taller and be better as time goes on, and remember the moments that you built upon. A foundation of prowess and fortitude. You can look back and lift up your mood. As things get better and continue to improve, one day you'll really get in that groove. You'll forget all the pain and the hard times caused, but just remember you weren't without flaws. You can truly make it through and overcome it all. Then one day when you can heed the call. The strength that you built by surviving the fight, knowing you never gave up and always did what was right. Then one day when you're at your bliss, you can be thankful that you didn't miss the good times from the strength that you reached by learning from the pain and the lessons it teached. Okay, cool. Thank you.
So, Adam, I should tell you, the other open mic I run, we've actually had some poets come and some musicians, and actually, like they've started getting together and writing songs from the poems. Yeah, so there's been some cool stuff that way. You should come out sometime to that one. Yeah. And like I've always felt like your stuff felt like lyrics to some extent.
Mostly inspired by the lyrics from music anyway,
Right. From the offspring, yeah. That's really cool. Please join me in welcoming our next reader for the evening, our next performer, Cindy. Did you want to sit or stand, or?
I can sit.
Okay. And do you need the Bluetooth, or do you need the Bluetooth, or you're just reading tonight?
I'm gonna read and see how much time
Okay, sounds
I have.
good.
I'll probably sing too because I didn't. Okay. Sorry, my book is in this purse. Thanks. Am I the last one?
No, no.
Oh, okay. Well, I had a bit trouble finding this place. I was on James Street North, and there was a clothing store. First. First, I was at the wrong number. Anyways, I called someone, and I found it. I saw the Chinese place upstairs, and I thought, oh my gosh, I'm on a wild goose chase. But anyways, I'm here, and this is, I'm so amazed at all the talent that have seen, just the couple people that I've just listened to, because I came late. And yesterday at Laidlaw United Church on Ottawa Street. So I wrote a memoir, and I was going to explain how it came to be, but I think I'll just read the introduction, which gives the story behind it. So the memoir is called My Cinderella Story, A Journey of Struggle, Adventure, and Growth. Introduction. This is my journey. It is, I have to hold, can I take this out?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, feels. It is unique to me, the process. In 2009, a coach I was working with encouraged me to explore various creative outlets, including writing a book. But the timing wasn't right. I still had too much to live, experience, and endure. I wasn't ready. At 62, I made the decision to write about my life up until age 60. Although I started the project, I set it aside until 2023, when a friend from Austria brought the idea up again. At first, I dismissed it, but soon afterward, I began receiving inner nudges about writing and discovered the genre of memoir writing. I attended an enlightening seminar by Alison Wearing, a well-known Canadian writer, that reignited my spark. In 2024, I finally embraced the challenge with full bravura. I believe the seed was planted earlier that year through my online work with Kyle Cease, a former comedian turned transformational speaker, and his Absolutely Everything Pass. This experience propelled me forward and gave me the momentum I needed. I made the decision to write, complete, and publish this memoir. I feel I've reached a higher level of consciousness that has allowed this creative endeavor to flow through me. We're all further along than we once were. Motivations. One strong motivation was the realization that I've lived a very unconventional life, moving across countries and experiencing challenges that came in persistent, almost relentless waves. There were many chapters, many iterations of me. My life has been full of sharp contrasts, and perhaps that's part of why we're here, to experience duality in all its shades. Another reason I felt moved to write was the difficulty I've often faced in trying to explain why I moved from place to place. The reasons have never been typical. Terms like soul calling or higher self don't always land with people who tend to expect more tangible explanations. But this is the way I live, through the guidance of spirit. I felt a strong desire to clear the air and let it be known that not all choices are made for practical reasons. Perhaps writing this helps others understand me, or maybe it simply expresses my own longing to be understood. No one can be fully understood, and to expect otherwise is to invite disappointment, because true love, if it is unconditional, doesn't require full understanding. But a memoir offers a glimpse into the inner workings of a person's heart and mind. Social media saturates our culture, but for me it often feels like an inadequate, sometimes distorted mirror of who we truly are. I'm a discreet person by nature and prefer authentic communication. YouTube has been the only space I've resonated with where people can speak openly, share experiences, stories, tips, music, and art. Writing a book, however, allows for a depth and vulnerability that few other forms can achieve. We live in an age of disclosure where suppressed truths are being brought to the surface. Likewise, there are aspects of my life that have remained hidden or were quietly pushed to the background due to distance or circumstance. Many of these were never shared with family. This memoir is also written for them to offer clarity and connection. In many families, difficult stories are swept under the rug. This is my way of laying them bare. I'm ready to share. Purpose. My purpose was simple, to tell my stories. These are the moments that shape me. I haven't reached a final destination. There's no neat conclusion, just insights, growth, and reflections along the way. My story isn't about worldly success or accolades, though those have had a place. What I've realized is that the truest goal has always been inner peace and happiness. I believe that's something we all seek. It comes not from achievement, but from presence. Focus. Relationships are a central theme. They have been my greatest challenge and thus the most transformative part of my journey. Spirituality, too, is woven through every chapter of my life. While many spiritual paths have come and gone, some disillusioning me, one truth has remained constant: the relationship to self. I am at heart an explorer, a free spirit, a sensitive soul. It's never been about chasing goals for their own sake, though I find joy in the progress they bring. It has been about living fully in both the light and the dark. I've been on 5 continents in 27 countries, some of which I've lived in and moved around 55 times. Astrology. Throughout my life, certain individuals have played pivotal roles. Only later did I begin to notice patterns in their astrological signs. Some signs showed up repeatedly, shaping the course of events in curious ways. In this memoir, I'll reference astrological signs at times, not to stereotype, but to offer insight into certain relationship and family dynamics. Each zodiac carries both higher and lower octaves of expression. Please don't feel judged if your sign is mentioned in a difficult context. We all have free will and many layers beyond sun signs. As for me, Sun Libra, Moon Pisces, Rising Sagittarius, Mercury, Venus, Neptune, Scorpio, Mars, Lilith, Cancer, Jupiter, Sagittarius, Saturn, Capricorn, Uranus, Leo, Pluto, North Node, Virgo, Chiron, Aquarius, South Node, Pisces, MC, Virgo, IC, Pisces. I don't know if anyone understands that, but it's my list. I've always been drawn to systems and self-knowledge tools that help me better understand myself and the world around me. In human design, I am a 1/4 projector with splenic authority, guided by intuition and moment-to-moment decisions. My chart is influenced by the right angle cross of tension, imbuing my path with a sense of purpose shaped by challenge. I also identify with the Enneagram Type 4, which reflects my emotional sensitivity and yearning for individuality and authenticity, and I am an INFJ Myers-Briggs. My 2 sub-shamanic animals are the owl and the crow, which I discovered independently, one guiding me inward toward wisdom, the other outward into connection. We are here to transform, to transcend, to emerge from the cocoon of life's trials and become who we truly are, like butterflies unfolding their wings in the light for the very first time. Welcome to my journey. Thank you. Should I read a chapter or should I sing or do I have...
I think you have enough time to sing, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So I need to turn on my speaker. So do you need to do something?
Do you have,
I have a speaker.
oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess I'll just turn it on with the mic. Okay. gotta connect this first. Sorry.
It should be like a human connection instead of failure to connect. Oh, yeah, no.
Bluetooth, okay, so. Okay, which one is this now? Is this one? Huh, it's working. Go. Huh. Oh dear.
You could also just hold the phone up near the
Device connected. Ah,
Oh, you good?
no. What? Done. Ah, done. Why is it doing?
What's
It's blinking. Oh, no, I've got it. It's okay. Okay. So this is called, I wrote this, when did I write it? 2024, I finished the video on YouTube, but I wrote it earlier, but then it came after I sort of realized I should not think about men. Sort of. No, just let it go, and the universe led me to just start to write this, and some friends of mine called me and said, "Are you available this afternoon? Do you have a song?" And we finished it in a couple of hours. I wrote it like in 10 minutes. I fixed it up. Okay, so where is it? Darn. Here it is. Oh, I know it is. It's over here. No, wait a sec. Oh, here it is. Beautiful man with the magic touch. I keep thinking of you way too much. So don't lead me astray. Sorry. Start again. Sorry. Let's start again. Beautiful man with the magic touch. I keep thinking of you way too much. So don't lead me astray, but be on your way. I thought you were genuine with your incandescent eyes, but you turned into a dark monster filled with lust. Beautiful man with the magic touch. I keep thinking of you way too much. So don't lead me astray, but be on your way. You made your advances, but I didn't with a new goal to possess my soul. Beautiful man with the magic touch, I keep thinking of you way too much. So don't lead me astray, but be on your way. I want you to know there's no end to my sorrow. Even tomorrow I'll think of you, but what remains is just pain and the realization of my gain. Thank you. Thank you so much. And my book is available, on Amazon.ca. Thank you.
Another round of applause for Cindy. Please join me in welcoming our final, unless there's anybody else who's signed up in the meantime, final. Oh, is Jake going to come up? No, not tonight. Okay. He was just about voluntold there, but that's... We had enough Jake in the Turkish Odyssey earlier in the evening. That was fun. Please join me in welcoming our final performer for the evening, Sean Patrick Sullivan.
Hey, are you people out there coming in? Get in here, now! I'm the last act. Come on, people, we don't have all night. Let's go!
We're here.
It's about time.
Sorry.
I'm just teasing you. I'm being flirtatious. And captivating and adorable. George, can you hear me? Can the internet hear me? All right. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sean Patrick Sullivan. A little bit of housekeeping before we get started. First of all, my AI avatar is currently touring Latin America with a juggling act, a live production of The Golden Girls, and a hologram of Whitney Houston developed by Peter Thiel, who is definitely not the Antichrist. Accordingly, I come to you in flesh and blood form, kind of like Jesus Christ did, except without any of the insights, miracles, or acts of kindness. Secondly, there will be no eye contact tonight. I give more than enough to you as it is. If you need something to stare at, that's why I'm wearing this mesh top. Don't pretend you're not into it, you fucking sluts. Anyway, here we are, and I have to say, what a tremendous delight, and quite frankly, what an honor to be here with all of me this evening. For those of you who haven't met my acquaintance yet, all I can say is tonight's your lucky night, because tonight we are sharing horizons that are new to us, watching for signs along the way, talking it over, just the two of us, reading and writing day to day, together. And when the evening comes, are you leaving? Stop pulling focus. You had your set. I'll deal with you later, Brian. And when the evening comes, we smile, so much of me ahead, which is why I've come to you tonight moisturized. I'm moisturized in fragrance with only the finest of essential oils, lemon, lavender, patchouli, a little bit of neroli, why not? Dressed to impress in head-to-toe Timu black, like a priest, like a prayer, because I hear your voice. I am like an angel sighing. I have no choice. I hear your voice, feels like flying. I close my eyes. Oh, God, I think I'm falling. No, I'm not. I'm not falling. I'm not falling in love. I'm not falling for that New York Times hit piece that the state of Israel is training dogs to rape Palestinians. Everyone knows that's what dolphins are for. And I'm most certainly not falling like I did the day before yesterday at Circle Studios on Ferguson between King Street's East and William. Don't you love the way I say that? King Street's East and William, it's so sophisticated. Sliding on my own sweat during a vigorous 90-minute hot yoga class. I don't fall and I don't fail, instead I transcend. I move beyond to what's better than ever, to what's best yet, like a poet, like a provocateur, like a profiteer. Because prophets are telling us that we are near the end, but I am telling you that it is all pretend. Rewind, back more, let's go back, way back in time. It sounds like Billie Jean, but it feels like a revelation. Like a virgin touched for the very first time, with your heartbeat next to mine. Maybe not yet. Maybe back at your place after the show. Shh, don't say anything. I know you're feeling too shy. Hush, hush. Eye to eye. Nobody has to know. I can keep it on the hush, and I know you can too. Offer me a nightcap. Alex. Stop. Stop indulging me. I'll accept oh so gladly, then grab your ass or your boobs or your moobs or whatever's turning me on the most at that particular moment. You're so hot I don't know where to begin. I want you, all of you, right now. By the way, great parenting. So I can dip you in melted butter and roll you in toasted pistachios with a hint of cardamom. There's a lot of Muslims in the room tonight. I know they know what I'm talking about. Then pour some real Canadian grade B mineral-rich maple syrup all warmed up with some grass-fed butter and a hint of Russian cognac all over your slightly out of shape and doughy but nonetheless arousing body, which is miraculously and inexplicably naked. Now I'm going to pull out my ever-present wireless microphone from my bag and serenade you as only I can and as only you deserve. I feel the night explode when we're together. Emotions overload in the heat of pleasure. Take me, I'm yours, into your arms. Never let me go. Tonight, I really need to know. Have you ever heard of Jews for Jesus? You know, Jesus was a rabbi and a rock star. Before there was Jim Morrison, before there were the Doors, there was Jim Morrison's father, a high-ranking American military official and a top-secret intelligence operative, but I digress. There was Jesus Christ and his 12 apostles, each one associated with a different sign of the zodiac, rocking and rolling and bringing power to the people like only a bunch of loud, irritable, argumentative Jews can. What did you just say? Do you want me to scan the letters of the Zohar for you? Do you want to learn to rap telephone tonight and hold hands and study Torah together? Yes, you do. I see right through you. You'll have to ask 3 times and I will say no. And then maybe if you come back for a 4th, I'll give you a try. Just let's keep it down. Your husband or your wife or whatever fucked up shit you're into might hear us. And I'm not into 3-ways, not on the first date, not usually. I mean, it's fun for you two, but what the hell do I get out of it? Do I hear percussion? Somebody hand me a tambourine. DJ, save my life as soon as you're done with Mariah's. I want to hear some funky, chunky, deep house piano solo interludes. I want a 2009 Vanessa Williams remix. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce the former Leslie Wonderman, an ambitious Long Island Jewess with a voice like an angel, who crimped her hair and plumped her lips and spoke for an entire generation when she sang to all of us, "I've heard all about what you can do, but I've got to know. Is it true? You're telling me to trust, but what should I believe? You promise so much, but talk is cheap. You told me that you're serious, but I've got to know for sure. You say how much you want me, but I've heard it all before. Prove your love. You've got to prove your love if you want to be with me tonight. But do you want to be with me tonight, or would you rather be with Taylor Dane?" All of a sudden, I feel like a fraud. Not as confident as I did just a few minutes ago when I had you wrapped around my finger like a B-side by the Police. I thought it would be easier to break the fourth wall tonight, to make you mine instantly. But unfortunately for all of us, the co-host and the host and producer of this particular open mic, little Miss Jen Frankel here, has ruined it. The same way she wipes the floor with anyone who tries to debate her in a long-form podcast. You see, kids, after our last open mic extravaganza right here at the Center for Talking Arts, I was really exhausted and in my own head because my performance wasn't up to my own ridiculously stringent standards. So I didn't chit-chat after the show with Ms. Frankel, as I normally do. I kept to myself. I snuck out as invisibly as I could, darting home on a dewy, sticky night, darkness falling over downtown like a leather biker jacket, tight and heavy and kind of alienating in a way that's comforting to those of us whose parents hated us. Anyway, the next day I'm checking WhatsApp and I notice a message from Jen, and I'd like to read it for you right now. "Were you avoiding me last night? I'm a little worried that the show ran a little too lefty for you." Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me clarify right here and right now that I am this city's coolest, edgiest, most adorable, far-right, ultra-conservative, artistic, literary, and intellectual genius. So this message surprised me. It confused me. May I be candid? All of a sudden, I felt misunderstood. "Jen," I typed back with my surprisingly agile Vienna sausage-shaped thumbs. "Everything you've ever produced in this fucking city is too lefty for me, but I keep coming back anyway. Because where else but at your events can I be surrounded by such an incredibly high caliber of local talent, each and every one of you more godless, demonic, and hell-bent on destroying civilization than the next? Where else can I go and watch everyone's jaws drop to the ground with horror and revulsion when I reveal in either poetry or pose that I'm strongly opposed to medically assisted suicide, but even more opposed to reviving drug addicts who have overdosed? The homelessness problem isn't going to take care of itself, people. Let them fry." And finally, with my big fat thumbs getting the work out of their lives, I type in, "Where else, Jen, can I go to talk about the way that bioidentical testosterone replacement therapy has saved my life and transformed my personality? How could you have forgotten how much I love holding microphones like this one and telling rooms jam-packed with bleeding heart liberals that I can't become fully sexually aroused unless I'm on X, formerly Twitter, watching clips of Marco Rubio expressing his hostility towards Hamas? Though you know, in a pinch, a mood board of Melania Trump's unstoppable sequence of fashion victories will do. Just don't tell anyone, because I don't want anyone thinking I'm bisexual, because they're annoying too." Jennifer, don't go changing to try and please me. Don't change the nature of your vote. Oh, I'll take your commies. I'll take your liberals. I love you just the way you are. Now, I know you're depressed. I am too. I've been depressed for weeks. Ain't no mountain high enough. So after the show, take my hand and go up to the green room with me. Ain't no valley low enough. We'll dip our hands in ice cold water and find an exposed wire somewhere, and we'll take turns giving each other electroshock therapy until we fried our memories so badly that there's nothing left to be depressed about. Ain't no river wide enough to keep me from you. There ain't no mountain high enough in the world, pretty lady, to let mere politics keep us apart when you and I both know that what really matters in life is whether or not our art has what it takes to make our fellow humans feel confused and uncomfortable and exposed and fucked up and stripped naked of all expectations. And that's what we're doing here tonight, people, and every night, and we won't stop until every single Nepo baby in Hollywood has been transed, then started voting Republican. Jen, George, I'm trying to see if I can remember everyone's names, and I can't. Jake! All of you so creative and engaged and dressed in black and delicious. I love each and every one of you almost as much as I love myself. Now applaud for me, damn it! I want a fucking standing ovation. I'm serious. Applaud for me! Or I'm not sticking around to make out with you in the bathroom afterward. I love you. Thank you. Good night. All right, Jen.
Another round of applause for Sean Patrick Sullivan. I hate to do this to you, bud, but I'm going to have to upstage you. We got one more act for the evening. Yeah, please join me in welcoming Theo.
Hi, everybody. This is going to be short, just the last show. So I was recently in a Shakespeare production of Twelfth Night. So I thought I'd share with you some Shakespeare. Now, this is the first line in the play. It is my line as Orsino. So I hope you enjoy. If music be the food of love, play on. Give me excess of it. That, surfeiting, the appetite may sicken and so die. That strain again, it had a dying fall, like the sweet sound that breathes upon a bank of violets, stealing and giving odor. Enough, no more. 'Tis not so sweet now as it was before. O spirit of love, how quick and fresh art thou, thy notwithstanding thy capacity, receiveth as the sea, not enters there, but falls into abatement, and low price, even in a minute. So full of shapes is fancy, that it alone is high fantastical.
Who's just managed to elevate our evening. Couldn't leave us in the gutter where we were comfortable, right? Thank you, everyone, so much for coming out tonight. You were absolutely wonderful. You were a great audience, great performers. I just appreciate so much every time I get to come out and do this. The next one will probably be in about a month's time. It will be the third Friday, unless there's a Black Friday, in which case it'll be the fourth Friday. Do we know what day? Let's just figure this out while I'm standing up here. The next Rhyme, Rhythm, and Reason at Laidlaw United Church is going to be the 11th of June. I can't believe I'm saying June. Can you guys believe it? We've had one day of good weather, and it's already almost...
It's going to be the 4th, because Father's Day special is on the 3rd Friday.
Okay, so what's the date?
26th.
So June 26th, we'll be back here. Hope you'll come back out. I'd love to have you all back out and perform again. And Theo, if you're in another play, come back and do another monologue for us. That's great. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you so much for coming.